Hello everyone, my name is Adil Noor. I'm the Sales and Application Engineer here at Nimbix, and I wanted to talk to you briefly today about Nimbix and give you a quick overview about who we are, what we do, and then also talk a little bit about our platform. So Nimbix was founded in 2010, and we're purpose-built for HPC. Our goal and our mission statement is to make cloud computing as easy as possible for our users. And we've done that by developing this tool called Jarvis. I'm going to be talking a little bit more about Jarvis and actually showing our platform to you in a little bit here. Nimbix has a variety of machines available to use on the cloud. Our proprietary tool called Jarvis allows you to go in and pick whichever machine is appropriate for the job that you're trying to run. You can pick 128 gigabyte 16-core machines. You can also pick the 256 and 512 RAM machines as well. And then you can add various GPUs as needed for your application. The way Jarvis connects these machines is using 56 gigabytes of FDR InfiniBand. And also we have 100 gigabytes on the spine. So once you've decided you want to use a specific type of machine, you can specify the total number of machines that you need, and Jarvis will build that cluster for you, mount your 1 terabyte hard drive that's allocated for you, and deploy that cluster for you to use on the cloud. Here's a brief slide showing the various certifications that Nimbix has. We are ITAR compliant, HIPAA compliant, as well as SSAE and SOC 2 certified. I wanted to talk briefly about a benchmark that was run on Nimbix before I showed the platform. This is a 280 million cell race car benchmark that was run in ANSYS Fluent. As you can see here, on the vertical axis is time, and the horizontal axis is the number of cores. You can see approximately a 5 to 6 times speed improvement by running this benchmark with more cores. So users can definitely take advantage of applications, specifically ones like Fluent, that can take advantage of parallel compute and accelerate their work and get things done faster. All right, I'm going to go ahead and flip over to a browser here and show our Jarvis platform. And you can access our platform from any web browser. You can use Firefox, Internet Explorer, Chrome, and what I'm using here is Chrome. And as soon as you put in your username and password, you log in and you land on our dashboard page here. And again, the goal here of Nimbix was to make cloud computing as easy as possible for our users. And Jarvis is a tool that we've designed, that's our proprietary IP that helps accomplish this. And as soon as you log in on the dashboard page here on the left side, you have quite a few self-explanatory items here. If you have any current jobs that are running, they'll show up here. You can also look through your history and look at what previous jobs you've ran, and also look at the additional information about those jobs as well. Users also have the ability to run their own reports. They can look at current months and previous months, and then also generate these reports that show the user. It shows what application they used. It also shows the total compute time as well as the cost. So again, all of this information is available at the user's fingertips. Team Jobs here allows the user to look at any live jobs that his team is running. And right now I don't have any jobs that me or my team are running, that's why it's blank. But you'll see a list of all the jobs here, along with what machine types and how many licenses are being used. So it's a quick and easy way of finding out how many licenses you have available. The bottom left corner here shows you your total compute that you've used for this month so far. And this timer does reset every month. So right now it shows that I've used 56 jobs for this month, and I've used a total of 490 hours, 55 minutes, and 16 seconds. You can toggle between time and dollars by simply just clicking here. And again, this timer will reset every month for you. The nice thing is you can use this pull-down menu and look at all the different team members that you have and see how much they've used as well. And then overall, you can look at your team as a total as well. To start a job, you go over here to the top right side and click on Compute. And that takes you to all of the different applications that we have pre-built and ready to go on the cloud. You can simply type in what you're looking for by clicking up in the search bar and typing in ANS, and in this case, it filtered out everything ANSYS here for you. I'm going to show a couple of demos here with ANSYS, and ANSYS is one of our premier partners, so we do run very well with a variety of different ANSYS applications. All of the different applications are here, as you can see. We've got the electronics, fluids, multiphysics, workbench, as well as structures. And the reason there's two cards is because we have all the revisions as well. So you have revision 15, 16, and 17 in here, and you have revision 18 and soon to be released 19 will also be in here as well. You can simply just click on a card, and that takes you to a quick preview screen here of what you're going to run, and it gives you two different options here down at the bottom. The first option is to launch this machine using interactive, and the other option is to run things batch. I'll go ahead and run through both of these as well. The difference between the two is one of them you're actually controlling the machine live through a GUI, and the other option, batch, you're actually just submitting a job and it will complete, save the job, and shut down on its own. So there's no GUI, there's no monitoring the job. So once you click on this blue button here, it takes you to this screen, and here is where you build your cluster. You can open this pull-down menu here, and you can see all the different machines that are available to start. You can see that we've got our standard node, which is a 16-core 128, also a 256 gig and a 512. And you also have these two machines here that have a graphics card attached to them as well. Once you select a machine, you can use this slider bar to build a cluster. So you can see that with this slider, I can build just a massive cluster depending on what I'm trying to run. Again, your scalability will really depend on what application you run. Applications like Fluent will scale a little bit better than things like Mechanical. So here, I'm just going to go ahead and let's say put it to 32 cores. This little bar down here allows you to select a revision. And if I had selected the other card, I would have seen 15, 16, and 17 revisions in that other card. You do have a couple of options up here. And again, you can leave these default and go ahead and submit, but I'll go ahead and show these. You have the ability to put in a job label, and this allows you to put down like a project name or something here that will stay with this job. So when you run your report, you have an idea of what this job specifically was. The wall time is an ability that you have to shut down this job after a certain amount of time. If you leave this blank, the job will stay open indefinitely. Window size, again, depending on whether you're running on a very high resolution monitor or whatever, you can adjust that screen resolution. Storage, you'll have multiple options here depending on what options you have available in your account. I actually have the solid state drive available here as well as block vault. The drop.jarvis is your standard 1 terabyte vault that everyone gets free of charge. Your API is right here if you're interested in seeing that. And simply when you click submit, Jarvis is going out to our data center here in Dallas. It's grabbing two machines. Each machine is 16 cores, 128. That's why it says 2 nodes. It's building that cluster, it's wrapping that with the 56 gigs of FDR and InfiniBand, and it's deploying that cluster for you. There is no shared tenancies. These machines are yours to keep until you are done and shut them down. We don't have any shared tenancies, so again, that's the reason why we increment in 16s. You can either get 16, 32, and so on and so forth. Now what you see here is the timer has started, and we're back on our dashboard page here, and you can see that my current job is live and running. This is a job label I put in, and a couple of new options appeared here. The first option is shutdown, and you can simply just click on this and shut this job down. The second option is show information. Over here, it gives you information about this job. You have the ability to connect to this machine remotely using real VNC, and here's all the information for that. You also have the ability to SSH directly to this machine as well. This icon here toggles that preview, and what this is an actual live preview of our machine in our data center right now, and this updates every few seconds. So it's kind of a nice feature because you can pull up platform.jarvis.com from your cell phone and literally see what's going on with your machine here. If you have your convergence plot up, you can actually see from your cell phone that, oh, okay, this job has converged, and shut it down from your cell phone. This last icon here is clone this job. It's kind of a nice feature where it allows you to build exact same job so that you can run multiple things at the same time. So in this case, I'm going to go ahead and click on this, and you can see that it'll build the exact same cluster, same revision, same machine type, same size cluster. You're welcome to modify it. And then it also puts in the same name as well. And when you go ahead and click submit, you can start another job that runs at the same time as the first one. As you can see here, this one is the 2 nodes, this one is a 1 node, and you don't have any limit on how many different parallel jobs you can run at the same time concurrently. The only limitation is the number of licenses that you have. So now this machine is already started. This machine just started right now. And you can simply just click on this preview screen. And what it does is it opens up a new tab. And I am actually controlling that machine live through my browser. This is the actual machine. You can see that it's a full version of Workbench. It's got all the different applications in here, from Fluent and CFX all the way down to mechanical and transient. All of them are available here. I can simply come in here and I can open up my 1 terabyte data space here, and I'll open up a demo here. I've got a CFD example of a mixer, and my laptop that I'm doing the demo on right now is not powerful enough to open up ANSYS at all, yet I'm controlling a 32 core 256 gigabyte machine through my browser here. As you can see, the machine is a full version, and it's starting up ANSYS Fluent right now. And you're able to come in here and start reviewing your results and start taking a look at your pre- and post-processing directly from this screen. You're welcome to remote into this machine using VNC as well. Your 1 terabyte folder is right here on your desktop. And you can upload and download your data from here. And again, there's no charges for upload and download. The only time that we're charging is when you're holding onto a machine, and that's when this clock is running. That's the only thing we care about, is your compute time. You do get the 1 terabyte of data space for free. You also have unlimited uploads and downloads, so there's no charge for that. And then we also provide a service where we can host your licenses as well, free of charge. So whether we tunnel in and connect to your licenses, or we set up a license server for you, both of those options are available to our customers for free. The next thing I wanted to talk about briefly was batch. We showed how to start a job interactively. Now I wanted to show how to start one using batch. Again, you can simply just click on compute here on the top right corner, and then specifically pick which application you want to run through batch. And again, all of these have different options. So in this case, when I click on ANSYS Electronics, you can see that I've got a desktop version as well as a batch, and several different options here as well. So when I click on batch, again, it takes me to this screen where I build my cluster, and you can see I've got a variety of different options available here. So I'll go ahead and just pick the base 16 core 128, and then again pick my revision. The only difference here is that I have to actually pick my input file here. So I'm going to go ahead and pick my input file here, and I do have just a quick demo here that I was going to run, and PADT was kind enough to let us use this as a test here. So once I pick the file, I can go ahead and click submit here using just the rest of the default options. And as you can see, that job gets automatically submitted to that machine. And instead of a GUI preview here, you're actually going to see the output file as it starts. So that's what we'll see here in the green text with the black background. Again, this job will run on its own and save the data and then shut down on its own as well. So again, the goal here with Nimbix was to make cloud computing as easy as possible, and it's very, very straightforward and simple to start a job with just a matter of a few clicks. You just click on the compute button, you find what application you're running on, you build your cluster, and then you deploy it and you're off and running. The next thing I wanted to briefly talk about was data transfer. How do you get your data up to the cloud in order to run and pull your data down? You do have two options. One of them is to use the Nimbix file manager, and this one is using HTTPS. It's a web-based file manager where you can drag and drop into your browser. And this one, you don't really need to open up any ports or go through any firewall or anything. This one just does use your standard web traffic. The other option is to use any SFTP application. And in this case, I'm going to recommend FileZilla. It's a freeware application that you can use. We do have a step-by-step guide showing exactly how to do this. And the site that we can go to is called nimbix.zendesk.com. And this website has everything that I've talked about today here on our FAQ page. So any questions about licensing, about how to get started, various different applications, data transfer, it's all here. You can look under the data transfer here, and it does provide you with a step-by-step description of where you can go to get FileZilla, what you put in each of these fields. Again, you just put in drop.jarvis.com and then your username. And for your password, it needs your API key, which connects you to your account. So simply you come back to platform.jarvis.com, and under your account, your API key is right there. Go ahead and copy that and put that into my password. And the last thing it says here on the FAQ page is you need to put in port 22. So once you go ahead and do that and click connect, it connects you to your vault. So this is my /data vault here on the right side, and on the left side is my machine. So I can simply come over here and I can come to the folder that I'd like to transfer something to. And in this case, I can come over here. And if I want to move this file over, I can go ahead and grab this file. And I'll change the name here to, let's say, 123. And I'll just drag and drop. As you can see, transferring files is that easy. And when I come back to my platform here, I can click on the machine and look inside of my folder, and you'll see that the file that I uploaded is there. Here's my profile file, that's 123. So again, very easy to upload and download. And again, using FileZilla, you can stay connected 24/7 and push gigabytes of data up and down with no charge at all. So in a nutshell, that's how easy it is to use Jarvis and the Nimbix cloud using Jarvis on our platform here. Ultimately, Nimbix's goal is to make things as easy as possible and be as transparent as possible. So when you're on this dashboard, you can always see clearly what your total cost is and exactly what users are using, what applications. We try to make the user interface as simple and as easy as possible. Ultimately, running on the cloud really can improve your efficiency because it doesn't tie up your local machine. So you can have the cloud do a lot of the heavy compute while you use your local machine to do your reports and build your next FEA that you need to run. I want to thank everybody for taking the time out to listen to this webinar. Again, my name is Adil Noor. I'm the Sales and Application Engineer here at Nimbix. Please feel free to reach out to us if you're interested in setting up a demonstration or an account to get in and and take a look at how we can accelerate your compute and help you, get your jobs done faster. Please don't hesitate to contact us at support@nimbix.net. And thanks again.